In this video, we're going to have a look at a walkthrough of JWEI's JWCAM software. So here is the icon for the software, and I have already got it open here. So you'll see that mine is already reset, so I have use of all the buttons. So first of all, up the top here, we have our JWCAM and our version number. Then we have this button here, which is our user management. And if you'd like to, you can create an account for JWCAM. So you can go user management, you can then change your username, you can create a password, and then every time you open JWCAM, you'd be required to enter this password. That means that only certain people will be able to operate the cutter. I'm going to uncheck that and cancel that. Across, we've then got an equipment tab. So underneath there, we have import. So this is where we can import files directly into JWCAM. However, we don't do that. We go through OptiScout. We have our history tab. This is where we can bring up jobs that we've already cut, and we can bring them back into JWCAM. Again, I normally do this through OptiScout. We can also do a report as well, so that will show us our cut data as well. So get rid of that one. Then we have our machine parameters. So in our machine parameters, we have our speeds of our table, movement speeds, our origin positions, our OptiScout path. We also have our feeding for our roll feed. And then we have our controller settings for the machine itself. In here, we can also do logs and we can do backups of the software. Then we have our tool parameters. This is where our SP numbers live and our tool set lives down here, and also parameters for our different tools. We have our start, which will start the job if there is one actually on the screen at the moment. We have pause and resume, which will pause a job and then resume a job. It's just like the button on the front of the table. We have our stop button. This stops the job completely. We then have our reset button. We use this when we start up the table for the first time, but we can reset the table at any point if we need to. We have our suction button, which turns on our table suction, so our vacuum on the bed. Remember, this is done automatically through OptiScout when we start jobs as well. We have our preview job, which can preview the file. Again, not something we use too much. We have our CAD, which is basically JWEI's own sort of OptiScout software. Then we have these buttons here. So this is the little trash can, so that will get rid of a job if there's one sitting in the table there. Run display actually shows us cutting on the screen here. Auto preview, again, same thing. Fit to size is just when you scroll in from here, you can press fit to size and it will then make it the same size as your screen. We can add a grid to our table. We can rotate our table. Our space in the middle here, we've got our purple pencil, which is our head of our cutter. We've got our little origin position here, which you can see that mine's already got a temporary origin set. On our right hand side, we have our operation window. These are arrow keys, so this will move the table back this way, left and then right, and then forward. And then our gold arrows are going to go to our corner position. So these go to the extreme corners of the table. Our center button will move the head to the origin position, but that's only available if you have a temporary origin set. Then we have our move settings. So first one is manual speed. So this is how fast these green buttons are going to go. We'll go up to about 1,000 on that one. Then we have manual move, which is where we're moving the head up, down, left and right. We have manual feeding, which means that we can move the head left and right, but then bring the belt forward and backwards. But with manual feeding, it just uses the clamps on either side of the rail to clamp the belt. It doesn't use the fence. If you'd like to use the fence, we use press feeding, which again, you can move the head left and right, but it will then use the fence and the clamps to bring the belt forward. This means it will also bring your material forward as well. We have temporary origin, so if you do not have reg marks on your job, you can set a temporary origin like we have there, and it will start cutting from that position on the table. To set a new one, you have to uncheck and then recheck, and then that now is on the 0 position there, so it goes to where the head is. Fine tuning slows the speed of the head down, so you can really get that fine detail for when you're trying to find a temporary origin or if you're trying to look for the edge of the material. And the direction changes the direction of these arrow keys in accordance to this table position here. So now it'll be left for up the table, and that one will go up the table. Then we have our common functions. Now drag is all about how our table is set up to bring multiple copies on. So we use our roll feed for the conveyor belt, so we're always really going to be set on coil. So that's all you really need to do in this position. Then we've got cutting. Now here we can choose a tool, so knife. We can choose a direction, so Y across or X up the table. And what that will do is wherever you've got the head across the top here, it will go to the extreme right of the table, it will drop the tool down and it will cut straight across the table for you. So it's like a sheet cut. Then we've got tool depth, which is where it's going to use our tool depth pads on each side of the table to do your tool depths. And we have our selection to choose which one it is there. Clean is where it's going to take the Y rail all the way to the back of the table, drop down the clamps, and then it's going to pull the entire belt forward and basically clean off anything that's on the belt. Blow is going to reverse the vacuum or the suction on the bed, and it's going to lift up anything that's on the bed. I like to do that by turning on the suction first and then turning on blow, and that will push everything up. You can also do that at the end of a job, and that residual power from the suction will lift up the bed. Vacuum is for your vacuum extraction, so your fez tool at the back of the table. This is great if you have, let's say it's filled up a little bit too much. You can empty the bag and then run your vacuum, and that will remove anything from the lines. Then we've got these functions here. So first one being debugging. Now this is all to do with the heights of our tools, so setup of the tools and compensations. We can also use these buttons here to test different elements on the table. Then we have change router. This is all about our router for automatic tool changer. You can see that we've got our target numbers here, so these are our selection. We've got our current router bit is from position 2. We have our arrow keys, and then we have our tool magazine cover and seat there. At the bottom of our screen, we have our operation window, which we're currently in, and then we have suction window. This is where our suction zones live. At the bottom here, we have a loading bar, which will show us sort of a bit of a progress on the job. We have all of our X, Y, and Z axes, origin axis, and then the mouse movement here. We also have a service life at the bottom for the software. And then we also have a status, so it's on standby at the moment. If I go to view, you'll see that we also have some other windows as well. So if I click on task view, this will open the task view, which shows us our current job, tool types and speeds, and also some stats from the table as well. Click on system information. That shows us a log at the bottom, which shows us what we've been doing, so you can see all the buttons I've been pressing. If we go to equipment status, that shows us all of our sensors and our motors. So these will highlight in red if there's an issue. And then start maximization just means that it's going to make the JWCAM full screen when it opens, and driver mode is basically just for different setup. If I go to other, we then have config, which is to change table type. We have language, and then we have about. And that's a bit of an overview of JWCAM from JWEI.